Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be doing my very first new release movie review. Really excited for it. As a lot of you guys know, I was really anticipating going to see The Hunger Games. Came out in Australia this morning, and yeah, I saw the very first screening at my local cinema, so here's the ticket stub there. I will be keeping it. So yeah, I'm just going to review the movie a little bit and yeah, basically give my impressions and what I thought of it and whether I would recommend it or not. So as a lot of you guys know, I've been really looking forward to this movie. A couple of weeks ago I did read the book for the first time, which was absolutely amazing. If you haven't read it, I definitely recommend reading it before you go and see the movie. So I'm sure everyone's familiar with the storyline. I mean, the movie basically is a big fan service, so I'm sure a lot of you have read the books or a lot of people know the main storyline, but I will give a little bit of a description for those who don't. So it pretty much follows exactly the same as the book. It's centered around a post-apocalyptic or futuristic America, which is now known as Panam. There's a capital, which is basically the government of the country, and the country is divided up into 12 districts. Now each of the districts are specialised in a certain skill and job in which that skill gets supplied back to the capital. So you know, there's different districts, fishing, harvesting, lumber, technology, power, coal, stuff like that. You get the idea. Now every year, as part of a punishment for an uprising and a rebellion that took place 74 years ago, because in the movie they're playing the 74th Hunger Games. So yeah, the Hunger Games take place in which two teenagers, a boy and a girl from each district, are reaped out of the reaping bowl, and they become tributes in which they have to go to the capital, train there for a couple of weeks, you know, survival skills, training skills, weapon skills, and then after the 2 weeks is up, they have to fight it out in the arena with the other tributes till there's only one person left and they are crowned the victor of the Hunger Games. So that's the overall storyline. Now what I thought of the movie compared to the book, I thought it was absolutely outstanding. I had very high expectations for the movie, and they were certainly well met. Apart from a few slight differences in the book, especially to do with some of the tributes within the game arena, which could have easily been included in the movie, I thought it was absolutely pretty much a very faithful adaptation from the book. And I mean, they're just minor little nitpicks that really don't matter when it really comes down to it, but I did notice it. So yeah, overall the movie was brilliantly paced. I for one had my doubts, especially surrounding a couple of things. One of them was to do with the romance side of it with Peter and Katniss. That's really not that much shown within the movie. I mean, it kind of is, but not really to the same extent as the book. So I was pleased about that. And then the other thing was how the games would play out. The games in the movie were portrayed absolutely fantastically. Now, the kills weren't graphic or gory or anything, but they were really brutal. And yeah, so well shot, absolutely amazing. Especially some of the kills towards the end of the movie were really good. Some of the fight sequences, just really good. So yeah, I was 100% satisfied with it, and being a big fan of the book, the movie was amazing. So if you were a big fan of the book, I would highly recommend checking this movie out. Yeah, really faithful to the book. The movie was absolutely brilliantly paced. I mean, in the book they sort of focus quite a lot on District 12 and building the characters up a little bit, and then they focus quite a bit on the capital. That was condensed down a lot in the movie, but it wasn't a bad thing. I mean, you cannot fit every single detail from the book into a 2 hour and 20-minute movie. I mean, it's just impossible to do. Another thing that really impressed me was the whole feeling and look of District 12. I thought they pulled that off really well, and it was pretty much how I envisioned it to be after reading the book and while I was reading the book. The whole scenes during the reaping of District 12 were absolutely fantastic. Even the extra characters, just their expressions on their faces, they looked really nervous. You could just feel that nervous atmosphere as a viewer watching from the audience. It was just fantastic. The Capitol was really good. They did a good job with that. And another thing that really didn't get portrayed in the book, because it couldn't, it's definitely something that can only be portrayed on screen, I think, is the way the game makers set up the games. They had a big map, and you just saw a lot of the technology that was used throughout the games. And also President Snow was a lot more sadistic, I think. In the movie you could really sense that he was just a really evil person. So yeah, I've got to say I was 100% satisfied with the movie. I thought it was absolutely amazing. I loved it. All the little doubts that I had gone now. And to everyone that's sort of been saying that this is going to be the next teen sensation like Twilight, it is nothing like Twilight. The romance side of it is toned down a lot compared to Twilight. It's just nothing like Twilight. So I urge everyone to see it and make up their own minds. Don't judge the movie on what you think it's going to be like. Give it a chance, go and see it. And yeah, if you are a fan of the book, well, it goes without saying, you need to go and see this movie. It is amazing. So I had an awesome time. Really glad I saw it in cinema, and I will be picking up the Blu-ray when that comes out. Cannot wait. So I would give this movie a solid 4 out of 5. Definitely one of the best movies that I've seen recently when it comes to new release movies. Yeah, absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait for Catching Fire to come out at the movies. I think that movie's going to be a great follow-up. So thanks a lot for watching my review and impressions on The Hunger Games.